The story of Saint Prosper of Aquitaine.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Let me tell you a story about a man who didn't wear armor, didn't lead armies, and didn't die a martyr's death. Yet he fought battles every day, battles of the mind, of faith, of truth. His name was Prosper of Aquitaine, and his weapon wasn't a sword, it was a pen. Prosper lived in the early 400s, during a time when the Roman Empire was crumbling and the church was trying to hold itself together. It was a confusing time. Ideas were clashing, cultures were shifting, and people didn't know who to trust anymore. But in the middle of all that noise, Prosper believed that truth still mattered, and he made it his mission to defend it. Prosper was born in Roman Gaul, what we now call France, probably in the city of Aquitaine. He was smart, sharp, educated. He soaked up philosophy, literature, and theology like a sponge. But Prosper wasn't just a thinker, he was a seeker. He wanted to know not just what was true, but why it was true, and how it could shape the way we live. As he grew older, Prosper began to write. At first, it was poetry, but soon he turned his attention to something more pressing, a fierce theological debate that was shaking the church to its core. You see, in those days, there was a major argument going on in the church. Some people were teaching that you had to earn your way to heaven, that God only helped people who already did most of the work themselves. Others, like St. Augustine, said the opposite, that it was God's grace, His free and loving gift that saved us, not our efforts. Prosper believed Augustine was right. He saw how dangerous the other idea could be. If salvation was something we earned, what room was left for mercy, for love, for the gift of forgiveness? So Prosper took a stand. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't storm the streets. He wrote. Prosper started defending Augustine's teachings on grace with powerful letters and essays. He explained that we don't reach God by climbing up to Him. We're lifted by His hands, even when we fall, especially when we fall. But this wasn't a safe or easy position to take. His writings stirred up controversy. Some people called him a troublemaker. Others tried to twist his words, but Prosper didn't back down. He knew this wasn't just a theological issue. It was a question of how we see God and how we see ourselves. Eventually, Prosper moved to Rome, where he kept writing and advising church leaders. He wasn't the loudest voice. He didn't become a bishop or a pope. He stayed in the background, but his influence ran deep. He helped shape the way the church taught about grace for generations to come, and his loyalty to the truth, even when it was unpopular, became a quiet witness to what faith really looks like. Saint Prosper of Aquitaine died around the year 455. He never performed miracles or led great revivals, but he reminded the world of something just as important, that God's love isn't something we earn, it's something we receive. And he reminds us still that truth matters, even when it's uncomfortable. That writing can heal, not just wound. And that sometimes the most powerful battles are fought not on battlefields, but on pages. So the next time you doubt the impact of quiet faithfulness, think of Prosper, a man who used his mind and his pen to light the way for others. Saint Prosper of Aquitaine, pray for us.